People notice Dracula the moment he enters a room, even when he does nothing to draw attention. He does not rush, he does not speak loudly, he does not greet everyone. He simply appears, tall and composed, as if he has always been standing there. His presence feels heavy without being aggressive, like the air changed slightly. He dresses carefully, dark clothes, clean lines, nothing loose, nothing accidental. Everything looks chosen. His coat fits perfectly, his collar sits straight, his shoes are polished. There is no sign of hurry or disorder. He looks prepared for every room he walks into. His face is pale and still, not frozen, just calm. His expression rarely changes. When he smiles, it is small, controlled. It never reaches his eyes fully. His gaze is steady. He looks directly at people when they speak, but he never stares. He holds eye contact just long enough, then he looks away. His voice is low and even. He speaks slowly. He chooses his words carefully. Nothing rushed, nothing emotional. Each sentence feels measured. People listen closely when he talks, not because he is loud, because he sounds certain. This feels impressive to others. He looks confident, intelligent, refined. The kind of person who knows things, the kind who does not waste words. People assume he is powerful, not in a loud way, in a quiet, settled way. They describe him simply, mysterious, calm, serious. Someone who feels important. Someone who carries himself like he belongs in old places. Big houses, long halls, rooms with high ceilings. No one asks personal questions. His distance feels natural, appropriate, like it would be rude to push. Dracula never explains himself. He does not offer stories. He does not joke. He listens more than he speaks. When he reacts, it is subtle, a slight tilt of the head, a small smile, a short reply. This makes him feel finished, like there is nothing more to understand. He is exactly what he appears to be, composed, reserved, in control. People stop looking closely. They accept the surface, the quiet authority, the elegance. They trust that he knows what he is doing. And because he feels so self-contained, no one wonders what he feels. No one asks where he goes after he leaves. No one imagines him alone. Dracula stands there, perfectly still, like a statue that learned how to speak. When Dracula enters a room, conversation does not stop. People keep talking. Someone finishes a thought, someone else laughs. On the surface, everything continues as normal. Then, the room shifts. It is not obvious, no one points it out. It feels like a small pressure in the air, like everyone became slightly more aware of themselves at the same time. Dracula stands where he is. He does not move much. His posture stays perfect. His hands remain still. He watches without looking like he is watching. He listens without reacting too quickly. People begin to notice small things, how long he pauses before speaking, how his smile appears a second later than expected, how his eyes stay focused just a bit too long. It is subtle, almost nothing. Still, it lands. No one feels scared, no one feels threatened, but the mood tightens. Voices lower, jokes soften. People explain themselves more than they need to. Dracula never asks for this. He does not correct anyone. He stays polite. His tone never changes. Calm, even, measured. His calm feels different from others. It is not relaxed, it feels deliberate, like every reaction has been chosen. Some people feel watched, not in a dramatic way, just a quiet awareness that their behavior matters. They wonder if they said too much, if they laughed too loud, if that comment sounded foolish. They adjust without thinking. They sit straighter, they touch their face, they slow their speech. They try to sound more serious. Others react the opposite way. They talk more, they laugh louder. They try to fill the space. They try to act extra normal. Dracula stays the same. He does not mirror the new energy. He does not soften or lean in. He remains steady and distant. This makes the tension grow quietly, not sharp, not loud, just present. Someone changes the subject quickly. Someone laughs too hard. Someone stops mid-sentence. Nothing bad happens. No argument, no silence. Still, the room feels different. People sense something they cannot maim, something slightly off. Dracula remains polite. He answers when spoken to. He asks small questions. His timing is always close, almost perfect, just not quite. The room adjusts around him, not because he asked, because everyone else did. This pattern shows up in real life more than people realize. Not in dramatic situations, not in obvious power plays, just in ordinary spaces. Offices, family gatherings, dinner parties. Anywhere someone walks in and quietly changes the temperature of a room. It is the person who never raises their voice, who never rushes, who never reacts too quickly. They speak slowly. They choose their words carefully. They make others feel like every sentence matters. From the outside, they look confident, collected, intelligent, someone who knows what they are doing, someone who does not need approval, someone who seems above small worries. People describe them in simple ways: calm, serious, mysterious, someone you respect without knowing why, someone who feels important just by standing still. No one questions it. These people become very good at controlling space. They do not need to interrupt. They do not need to dominate conversations. Their presence does the work. When they enter, others adjust automatically. People lower their voices. They sit straighter. They choose safer words. They try to sound smarter, more composed. They perform a better version of themselves. Not because they are told to, because they feel seen. But underneath, something else is happening. This behavior is learned. Some people grew up needing to stay quiet, needing to stay controlled. Showing emotion felt unsafe. So they learned to hide it. They learned to stay still, to stay unreadable. They noticed patterns. People listen when you speak slowly. People respect you when you stay calm. People take you seriously when you never show too much. So they became that person. Over time, it stops being a choice. The body holds tension automatically. Their face stays neutral without effort. They forget what it feels like to react freely. People around them assume this is just their personality. The serious one, the calm one, the composed one. Friends rely on them. Coworkers respect them. Family stops worrying about them. They seem strong. No one asks how they really feel. They do not look like they need anything. They look like they have control. And because they look in control, no one looks closer. This pattern repeats everywhere. Someone learns to be unreadable. The world rewards them for it, so they keep doing it. It works. And because it works, it stays. After Dracula leaves, the room exhales without noticing. Conversations pick up where they stopped. Someone finishes a story. Someone checks their phone. Someone stands to refill a glass. Everything returns to normal. No one says his name. Later, people try to remember what he actually said, specific words, exact opinions. Most of the time, it is hard to recall. They remember the tone more than the content. The way he spoke slowly, the way he held eye contact, the way he never rushed. They remember how they felt around him, more careful, more aware, slightly smaller, like they were performing a better version of themselves. Nothing bad happened, no one feels upset. Still, there is a strange gap in the memory, like something passed through the room without leaving fingerprints. They realize they talked about themselves more than usual, explained things, justified opinions, tried to sound thoughtful. Dracula listened, nodded, asked short questions, then went quiet again. It felt important at the time. Now it feels vague. The next time they hear his name, a familiar feeling returns. Respect, curiosity, a small tension. They already know how to behave, speak slower, choose words carefully, sit straighter. They prepare without thinking. Dracula would not ask them to. He never did. But the pattern is already there. Their bodies remember. Over time, this becomes the shape of the relationship. He becomes the serious presence, the quiet authority, the person you measure yourself against without meaning to. People admire him, but they do not feel close to him. They do not share personal stories. They do not joke freely. They keep things proper. Not because he pushed them away, because he never opened the door. Dracula keeps moving through rooms the same way, calm, controlled, self-contained. He never asks for connection. He never refuses it either. It just never happens. Nothing explodes, nothing breaks. There is no confrontation, no emotional scene, so the distance stays. What remains is not fear, just a quiet space, a pause where something human could have happened. And because no one steps into that space, it stays empty. Until next time, you've probably seen this one before.